Hello, I'm here to present Dispersione, a collaborative piece by Robin Lamarche-Perrin and myself, Armin Purnaki.
My name is Tom Wellaert. I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the Artificial Intelligence Laboratory of the Vrije Universiteit Brussels in Belgium. And I am the author of the artwork Voicing Conflict.
Ciao Fiori, hi social media citizens. Je suis Carlo and I'm the assembler of Metamorphosis.
My name is Mark Tudors. I'm one of the artists involved in two projects together with Federica Bardelli and Gabriella Colombo and Partha Das.
Hello, I'm Matteo Silverio and I'm the author of Skytide.
Hi, I'm Yuri Botel, a developer and artist living in Berlin, active in the fields of creative coding and digital art.
My name is Fabian Kühlein from Weimar, Germany, and I am the artist behind Playful Waters.
My name is Magita Maximova, and I am a visual artist living in Berlin.
I still remember that night. Well, the situation was really bad and most of the city was under the water, and I remember that from my home windows I could see the water rising more and more. The situation, the gravity of the situation was clear. However, I eventually did not suffer any damage because I live in one of the highest part of the city, and in fact, Venice is not flat.
So Voicing Conflict is an artistic project that aims to help build up a collective memory of the AquaGranda events of 2019 by sounding out the online discourse that was made about the event as actual spoken words.
My work for the AquaGranda exhibition is a 360-degree patchwork of views and opinions from the web about the high tide event that took place in November 2019.
I contribute to the exhibition with the artwork Torrents.
These pieces use AI to try to represent the unrepresentable problem of climate change.
The work I made for the exhibition is titled The Loss of a Stable Horizon.
Our contribution depicts the struggle of human cooperation in face of climate change.
So the project starts from a large collection of tweets, commentaries on Reddit, posts on Facebook, posts on Instagram that were made at the time of the event and that were then processed using automatic text-to-speech technologies, translation technologies, and actual close reading to represent different opinions and streams of perspectives about different topics like climate change or heritage or tourism as an audio track. So the visitor of the exhibition can actually use the application or use his smartphone to pan around in a three-dimensional representation of these audio streams and try to mix or discern the different perspectives that were actually manifesting themselves in these somewhat artificial contexts of social media. So the project aims to make these artificial comments more tangible, makes them more alive, and it's also a testament in large part to the somewhat lost art maybe of actually taking the time to listen to text and to read text. So it's actually a contribution to how computational methods, but also more traditional interpretive approaches can come together in the creation of such an archive.
Probably you're one of the many authors of the contents that I borrowed for this work. If so, I would like to thank you. Without your contents, it wouldn't have been possible to reconstruct the incredible story that took place more than 1 year ago in this city. The work tells about how nature, in a single night, can surpass our imagination and reshape our feelings and conflicts through uncertainty. The time has come to unleash metamorphosis in the webland, and I hope I didn't break anything, but better if you don't look down at your feet. Now it's your choice what to do or not to do with it.
Today we're familiar with a lot of kitsch images from AI, for example, deep fakes and psychedelic images of deep dream. So these two projects try to go beyond that through, in the case of the one piece entitled The Old is Dying and the New Cannot Be Born, a title borrowed from Antonio Gramsci that was referencing a similar problematic to what Greenberg was talking about. In the case of that piece, collecting found footage and then algorithmically detecting objects in that footage, for example, birds, people in boats, and then reassembling those into morphing video footage. And in the case of the other piece, entitled Great Wave Dirge, using 3 AI processes, slow motion, super resolution, and style transfer from the painting Under the Great Wave off of Kanagawa by Hokusei to create a kind of a moving painting, a tableau vivant of the 2019 high water event in Venice.
So when China's gallery asked me to design something to honor that night, I wanted to work on that, on how the AquaGranda invested the city in a different way. Therefore, I used glass to reveal the real water level reached that night within the city, transforming the tide into a water skyline, a sky tide. Sky tide to me is a mix of data and emotions, science and pastoral past. And is also made of one of the oldest and most famous material produced in Venice, glass.
I send greetings to Venice, hope you have a fantastic opening, and sad that we can't see each other in person, but I hope we will manage to do that in the near future. I would like to thank a few people. First of all, Sven Banisch, who introduced me into the Max Planck Institute in Leipzig, where I became artist in residence and get the chance to make researches on the musification, the sonification of data and Twitter streams. And especially I would like to thank Astrid Drexler, who helped me a lot with the programming for all this. I also like to thank Juri Bulthel for the fantastic programming of the AR room. And finally, I'd like to thank all the team members in Venice for organizing and making this event happen, especially to the 14 young voices who read the Twitter messages in the Playful Waters.
And it consists only out of footage that was filmed and contributed by the Venetians. It's footage that was filmed entirely during the AquaGranda of 2019. And I see the work that I made as a digital moving memorial, as a poetic assembly of the experiences that were handed to me. Next to the single screen video, there will also be an AR augmented reality multi-screen setup, in which there will be some extra elements such as the communication between the Venetians via social media during the floodings.
We focus on the repercussions of AquaGranda on online social media platforms and combine meteorological data with Twitter data. A network of human interaction is immersed in a simulated fluid that mimics the forces of the sea. These forces put a strain on the social network, setting its nodes and links in relentless motion. Over time, the network may become more or less dense and resist or falter to the forces of the sea.
The main concept behind the artwork is to present the experience of the AquaGranda to the user in a very direct and upfront way. I did this by developing an augmented reality app that simulates the water level. The artwork can be experienced from anywhere, doesn't matter, it could be your living room, by just going to the website, clicking on one of the markers on the map. But the artwork could also be experienced by actually walking around in Venice. And then for this different version of the app, I am actually incorporating GPS and elevation data of the user's device. I hope you like the work. Bye.
This was my short introduction, and thank you for listening.
So hope to see you soon, and all the best from here.
Mi raccomando, prima di avviare i video mettete gli stivali, wear boots. Non è mica uno scherzo, eh? Bye bye, see you soon!